Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, it's Thursday, January 21st, 2021. Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. It's cold, not super cold, but it's cold and rainy here in Texas, so it's kind of like darker in this room than even normal, which this is usually a dark room. Say hi as you come on. My name is Jennifer Cotton, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. That means that I teach people how to make cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, home decor, and many more things on or with rubber stamps. Hey, Jewel, good morning. And lots of other stuff as well, of course. So if you're new here, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the stamping. Say hi as you come on. Perfect, Marianne. Bonus points. Hey, Jewel, good morning. And Mary Ann, hey, Sherry, good morning. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Robin. Trying to see if I've skipping people as I'm scrolling there. Hey, Landa in Mansfield, you got your sampler. Happy mail, yay. Hey, Catherine from DC, good morning. Hey, Janet, thanks for sharing, Cindy. All right, so again, my name's Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 19 years, yay. And I do this as a full-time job. Ooh, Susan, it's sunny in Florida, nice. And so I do sell the products I'm going to show you today, and you can purchase them in my store. I also have lots of classes I offer, which are basically the classes are packets that are mailed to you and you stamp at home in general with your own supplies with a PDF tutorial. So anyway, any questions on any of that, just let me know. Thanks for sharing, Susan. Hey, Landa and Shannon, good morning. So let's see. So today I'm going to be making 3 cards with the Forever and Always bundle from the new from the new January to June mini catalog. Well, it came out in January, so it's still pretty new. This is the bundle, which I love, 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 love. You'll see them today if you haven't seen these already, but there's these huge dies that cut out the words love and always. I'm trying to fix it here so you can see it a little better, but you'll see it when I make the projects. But they cut out the words love and always. There's 2 different versions you'll see today. So it's awesome. It's an awesome bundle, and it's available for purchase now. Susan, that's your next purchase. Yes, love it. And there's lots of coordinating products that go with it and all that stuff. So I'm also going to use, for a couple of my greetings, the stamp set Heal Your Heart. Now this one you can only get free, so it's free with a $50 purchase, and that's till the end of February. And then I also have some other products I'll be using in addition, which I'll show you when we make the cards. I have a card to show you guys. I wanted to show you, Sharon Speece mailed me this card, and I wanted to show you how she protected the front. She put an embossed piece of cardstock in the front. Can you see the snowflakes there? And so that's not necessary, but I thought it was a nice touch. You could throw in to protect the front of your card when you mail it, any kind of embossed cardstock. So that was pretty cool, Sharon. Thank you. And I wanted to show you the card. Sharon won this bundle from me in bingo. Isn't that cute how she made it? It's all 3D because of the dies. The flamingos are in our mini catalog, which looks like this. And if you haven't received yours by now, if you're my customer, you should have received it if you're long distance. So let me know if you didn't. And if you haven't purchased from me, you can purchase them, but then you get your money back when you place an order. So anyway, it's this mini catalog. And then also you should have received the sale-a-bration brochure, which shows that free stuff that you can get. Hey, everybody. Hey, Pat. Thanks for sharing. Let me see who. Joni, good morning. Happy Thursday. Hey, Marilyn in Georgia. I'm looking at a text message that just came across. Sorry, let's see, who else did I miss? Diana in North Carolina. Hey, Shirley, good morning. Dana, good morning. And Little Elm, thanks for sharing. Mary Ann says, beautiful card, Sharon, in case you guys can't see the comments. Thanks for sharing, Diana. Cindy also says, pretty card. And Pat Chat, watching while she works. So I wanted to tell you that Sharon said, thanks for doing online bingo. It's always a fun night, even more so when I win, Sharon. So thank you. And there's the inside of the card. She just wrote her note on a sticky note so that I can reuse it. Okay. Now, the reason, by the way, I mean, hopefully not the only reason, but the reason everybody's saying hi is because you will be entered to win the 3 cards I'm making today if you say hi. Also, if you share the video, you get entered again, basically, and you can type the word shared like a lot of people have done already after you share it so that I'll know you did, because Facebook's like, that's private information and they don't like to tell me about that. So that's how you can get entered to win. But also, of course, both of those things help me in my business. It gets more Facebook to show the video to more people. So you can like, you can click the little hearts and the thumbs up and the laughing face and any of the other faces you like. That's all interaction. And you can comment and what's the word I'm looking for? Share. Okay. So those all help me. So as a small thanks, you'll be entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today with Forever and Always. Now, every month I have an online ordering special. And, oh, thank you for the hearts. Love it. Somebody's putting a lot. I missed the little, it usually, in case you don't know, when you're doing the live, the very first like or whatever you click, it'll show a tiny little circle of the person's face. And then it's just hearts and stuff. So I missed who it was. But anyway, thank you. So online ordering special, when you place an online order, so you go to my store, click shop, and you shop, and then you, at checkout, you click the plus sign on host code and you add this code, which I'll show you in a minute. Plus it'll be commented on in this video by me later. And it's on my blog, it's in my emails, etc. That links you to my online ordering special. If your order is $25 or more, you're going to get a free class packet to make 4 cards. It will be mailed to you. You will use your own, I started reading your comment, Rhonda. It says distracting. You'll use your own stamps and ink and all that, but everything will be cut ready for you to stamp, and you'll get a PDF tutorial. So every month it's a different stamp set or bundle, and this month it's the Quite Curvy that we'll be using for that free class. We die cut whatever we can for you, but like just for example, I have not designed the cards yet, but if we stamp this and then die cut it out, you'll have to die cut that, but you could hand cut it out. But if we do these borders, then we'll be die cutting that for you. So we do as much work for you as we can. We equals Landa in this case. Thank you guys for all the hearts and likes and stuff. And hey, everybody, let's see. Marty, good morning in Florida. Several people from Florida, which apparently it's sunny. Thanks for sharing, Marty and Shirley and Rhonda. Good morning, Rhonda. Glad I can distract you. Tammy, thanks for sharing. Hey, Nora, good to see you. Tommy Elliott, thank you very much. Tommy, I hope you were able to get that those dies ordered. But I'm going to show that again today. Tommy was wanting to order these through herself, and hopefully I gave you the right info there. Okay, so now back to my online ordering special. If it's $50 or more, you're also going to get a free full accessory from me. And then if it's $150 or more on a single order, hey Mary Beth, hey Holly, hey Donna, thanks for sharing. 150 or more, don't use the host code. Stampin' Up's going to give you at least $15 in free merchandise, and you will still qualify for my 2 specials. Any questions, just let me know. Okay, coming up, January's classes have been cut, paid for, and people are making them right now. They've been mailed, all that stuff. So it's too late to sign up for those. But for February coming up, there will be 4 classes as usual that I offer every single month. Card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-a-Stack class, and sampler class. And anyone can take these anywhere in the U.S. Using your own stamps and ink at home with PDF tutorial. Local, you can come to a live event with there's very limited space and you have to wear a mask and all that stuff, but there is an option. Or you can check out a tub of supplies from my porch and stamp at home. So those are some local options for all 4 of these classes. So card and scrapbook are $15 or free with a $20 order. February 18th will be your deadline to register for those. Of course, there'll be an email that goes out at the beginning of the month with all this info and the links, as well as 1 to 2 more emails reminding you and giving you those links. So February 18th for card and scrapbook card class, we're going to make 4 cards with the In Bloom bundle on page 45 in this book. So let me show it to you real quick. In Bloom, these dies are really cute that go with it because they put little stitching on the flowers. So they'll have all these stamps. I will have all these stamps to work with, plus all these dies. And again, they put little stitch marks in the flowers. So that's going to be fun to work with. There's also that cute label die. Of course, we die cut whatever we can for you. Hey, Nora, thanks for sharing. Hey, Hannah, good morning. Darla, good morning. Awesome. I think I caught up. That's card class. Now, scrapbook class, we're going to make spring, like a spring layout and then a single Easter page. So we're going to use Springtime Joy on page 22. I hope I put the right page on that. Let me check. Oh, I did. I thought it was farther down in the book. This is Springtime Joy. This one. Super cute. And then we're also going to use Garden Wishes on page 26. Now, if you don't want to get both right now, both stamp sets, you should buy Garden Wishes first and make your 2-page layout. And then next month, we'll use the Springtime Joy again on the 2nd page so you could stamp it at that time. Hopefully that makes sense. Because every month we make 2 pages that match and 1 that doesn't, and then the following month we make the matching page plus 2 new ones, and it goes back and forth like that. So any questions, just let me know, but hopefully that makes sense. So that's those 2. Then the other 2 classes are Stamp-a-Stack and Sampler. They are both priced differently because they include product with the fee. There is a different price. I don't know what I was saying. The pricing is different. Oh, different deadlines to sign up because it includes more stuff. We have to cut more for it. So both of these, the deadline to sign up is February 15th. Again, they both have the live and tub option. You can take them all to go. But these 2 also offer a club option where you can basically just subscribe to it, get it every month. You'll get the PDF tutorial, you'll get your kit mailed, or you can pick up all that stuff. So Sampler is $28, and you're going to make a 12 by 12 piece of art that you can frame. The frame is not included. This is an example of a past one. The one for this month is with Love You Always, and I think it's gorgeous, but it's checked out right now with a customer who's going to stamp it at home, so I don't have that sample to show you. But in February, we're going to do the Friends Are Like Seashells bundle, which is this one here. So it's going to be a nice, and you don't have to live by the sea to do it, of course, but it will be a nautical sort of, and just pretty. I may sneeze. And then you get $20 in merchandise with that. So it'll be like some designer paper, ribbon, embellishments, things like that. Stamp-a-Stack. This is basically a card club, but to make 12 cards each month, get $20 in merchandise. Everything's cut, all that stuff, blah, 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 and PDF tutorial. And we are using the Art Gallery bundle on page 33. I love this bundle. Let me show you the actual stamp portion right there. That's Art Gallery stamp set. And there's these dies that are awesome. And then let me show you the page before where it kind of shows you some samples and stuff. So pretty. So for $30, you're going to get the stuff cut to make 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each. $20 in merchandise. Really, it's more than 20. And PDF tutorial. And again, for both of those, if you want to join the club, you can. Same exact price. The only difference is it's a subscription. It'll get charged each month, and you can earn. The reason to subscribe is after 6 months consecutive, if you don't cancel during the 6 months, you'll get $25 in free merchandise from me. Okay, so that's those. Any questions on any of this, just let me know. You can always join my email list, by the way, to get all, you know, more details and links and everything sent directly to your email. Okay, bingo. We have bingo tomorrow, actually, but it's too late to sign up for that one. Good, Charlotte. And you can purchase them individually as well, of course, like always. But there's another bingo coming Thursday, February 25th, 2021 at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll be doing projects from this catalog using the In Bloom bundle, same one I'm using for card class. Of course, there'll be different projects. 4 projects minimum. What page is it? 45. I showed this already, but just in case you're like, you also showed 20 other things. I don't know what you're talking about. So for bingo, we'll be using this bundle to make your project. So you will want to own at least the stamps. Thank you, Catherine. To be able to stamp that at home along with us during bingo. But in addition, of course, you can win prizes. There's bingo prizes, there's door prizes, there's your projects, there's some product you get with the fee, again, like accessories, designer paper, things like that. And it's a lot of fun, like Catherine just said. So you get to actually, it's on Zoom, it's all virtual, but you get to get together with other stampers and have a fun evening. And we talk a little, you know, like people just have stamping questions and things like that. So we talk some stamping as well as me giving instructions for the projects and having fun. Okay, so bingo. It's February 25th. You want to sign up by February 13th, which, by the way, the link hasn't been sent out yet, so you didn't miss it. So you have plenty of time to sign up. Just mark it on your calendar and sign up when it's time. Let me see if I put it on here. I didn't put the date, but your kits will be mailed about a week before the live event. And then you will get the Zoom link and all that stuff to do it live. It's $34 if you pick it up from me, or $42 with shipping. So any questions on that, just let me know. Don't forget, January, February is Bring a Friend month with me. So to virtual events, to go classes, to, you know, in person, it doesn't matter. If you bring a new person who's never ordered a class or an order from me before, and they are an adult, you will each get $5 coupons towards future orders. And these are select classes. The classes that qualify are the Stamp-A-Stack, the Sampler, the Valentine Bingo, which we just had, Bingo February 25th, Online Sale-a-Bration, which I'm about to talk about, and the Paper Party Share. So bring a friend to any of those. The Paper Party Share had to be with the party, and you can each get $5. Yes, Marilyn, most of the people that take my bingo are demonstrators, actually. A lot of them are in my team and some are not. And a lot of, you know, it's a mix. You don't have to be a demonstrator. You can be. The stamp sets are never included with the fee. It's just paper, ribbon, maybe an embellishment. So even if you get duplicates, they are things that you are consumable. Hopefully that makes sense, Marilyn. You provide your own stamps, so if you already own them, there is no need to purchase the stamps or the dies or whatever I tell you we're using, and the ink pads, all that. So long story short, yes, demonstrators can take bingo, and many do. Okay, the paper and ribbon share, the deadline has passed for that. And if you have any questions on that, let me know. But I've talked about it a lot. But the deadline has passed. However, there is an online event January 30th, I believe. It's a Saturday. And everything will be recorded on that online event. Cool, Marilyn. And you can still take the online portion only if you want. So we will be demonstrating 9 projects using all of the 9 new designer papers. There will be 3 bonus projects that we'll be demonstrating. And you'll get the PDF tutorials and have access to the exclusive Facebook group. And that is $25. So for the online version only, $25. I've posted links to this in my VIP group and here on this page, but I can also just send you that link to sign up for that if you need it. So just let me know if you want to do our online paper and ribbon share. Actually, it's just paper share for that portion. But also, if you missed out on the paper share and you want in, I will do another round of paper share, just where you get like a 6x12 of every designer paper we share. So let me know if you're interested in that. Oh, and in our paper share party, that's the online event I'm telling you about, at 6 p.m. on that date, the 30th, I believe. I'm going to look at my calendar because I've not written it down here. We're going to do a Zoom party at 6 p.m. for 2 hours, so 6 to 8 Central Time. Yeah, it's Saturday, January 30th. And you can just craft. You don't have, if you didn't participate and you do the online version, you can just craft, talk, ask questions. Alejandra and I will be there for sure. April will probably be there. Just depends on her work. And of course, there'll be other stampers there as well. So that's some one-on-one time with us. Okay. Now, the online celebration, I've been talking about this event, but I haven't had any samples to share, but I finally got to make some samples yesterday. So this is an online new catalog kickoff, basically. It is $60. And it includes $50 in merchandise, things like designer paper, accessories, ribbons, etc. You will supply your own stamps and stamp at home. There will be an exclusive Facebook group. I will be doing videos to give you tips on all 10 projects. You're going to make 10 projects. I will have 2 guest stampers giving you stamping demonstrations with different products, so you get a lot of variety there. Again, $60. Including $50 in merchandise. So basically all the projects are free. The videos are free. Everything's free. We'll be doing a Zoom party and a Facebook group. So you can participate in one or both. It's going to start at 10 a.m. Central Time on February 13th. Things will be recorded, so if you can't be there live. And we'll take a lunch break at noon, and then we'll come back at 1 o'clock and finish. In addition to the $50 in product, you're going to get a full pack of the Paper Blooms designer paper, which is a celebration item. Yay. And the 2 stamp sets you would want to have at home to be able to stamp your own projects are Friends Are Like Seashells. Well, I can't talk. And Pretty Perennials. Of course, these are bundles. I would recommend you own the dies, but they're not 100% required. And I forgot to bring it over here, but I would recommend you own the embossing folder just because of one project. I forget the name, but the Seaside Shells version embossing folder from the mini catalog. One project you have to stamp first and then emboss, so we can't do that for you per Stampin' Up! Rules. But if you don't have it, you could just stamp and not emboss. And anyway, those are the only 2 you would need for that portion. I have a sneak peek here of the 5 Friends Are Like Seashells cards. I can't talk. And I can't show you the full cards because then you won't need to take my class, right? But that's the 5 for that one. And then you'll make 5 cards using Pretty Perennials and the Paper Blooms designer paper. Full pack with your fee. We will be using the Sand and Sea designer paper, the Pearl Essence specialty paper, the opal rounds, and I haven't picked out everything else we'll be using yet. So that is that class. Hopefully that makes sense. When you register for that, there's a bonus class you can add on. It's completely optional. It's $17, which includes $17 in merchandise. Exactly. And you'll get 4 bonus cards, again, using your own stamps at home. And the stamps we're going to use are a celebration stamp set called Berry Blessings. So this class is optional. You do not have to add it on. But if you add it on, you'll want to make sure you have Berry Blessings, which is free with a $100 purchase. And it includes a pack of designer paper as well. Now, I will be providing the paper you need for your cards, but you'll have that at home if you have the stamp set, because you get them both when you get that. So, any questions, just let me know. It's February 13th. Deadline is January 28th, so you have 1 week to sign up, and the kits will be mailed by February 5th. So, like everything, any questions, just let me know. Let's see where I can put this. Lots of junk back here. As a reminder, during sale-a-bration, which is, thank you, Tracy, January 5th through February 28th, 2021, for every 50 and 100 you spend, you get a free gift. There's a host special and there's a kit special. Well, during this time, you can earn a free event from me for helping me out and supporting me in my business and all that stuff. Excuse me, I'm trying to adjust my papers here. How you can earn, well, first of all, the free event is Saturday, March 13th on Zoom. So if you can't attend, you'll still get your projects mailed to you and you can complete those at home. You're going to get a gift from me and you're going to get to play games on Zoom and have a chance to win prizes. This is all free. There's 3 ways to earn it. If you place orders of $150 or more, either directly through me or on my online store, you're going to earn this event free. This is, over January, February. If you host an online party with me and your friends and you order 150 or more, which of course you'll be host, you'll get the free stuff, you'll get this event free from me. Or if you take 5 qualifying classes from me during celebration. The qualifying classes are Stamp-a-Stack, Sampler, Valentine Bingo, February 25th Bingo, Online Celebration, and the Paper Party. So a lot of you have already taken those, or some of those, and so if you just add on enough to do 5 total in January, February, you'll get this free event from me. All right, on to specials from Stampin' Up. I've already said this, but basic white is available now, so we have all white products we need, envelopes, paper, everything. So any questions, just if you have any issues, let me know, but it's all available now. It's just called basic white. It's a little whiter than Whisper White was. Otherwise, it seems to act the same as Whisper White. You know about sale-a-bration. You spend $50, you get to pick a free gift. No limit. Spend $100, you get to pick either 2 $50 or one $100 gift, for example. If you spend $150, you can mix and match any way you want. There is no limit. Spend $500, mix and match all the gifts you want. They do not ever cut us off. Trust me, I know, because I own most of the gift. I own all of them. I own most of them many, many times over. So there's no cutoff. That's the beauty of celebration. And then if you host a party or you place your own order, basically anytime you order outside of an event where there's a host, so if you just order separately, I'm trying to find it in here, and your order is $150 or more, you get host benefits from Stampin' Up! As if you had a party. They give you some free dollars to spend. So if you host a party or spend $300 or more, you, in addition to getting 12% of the party amount free, I can't remember how much that is. Let me grab my calculator. In the slot that it's in, 300. I'm sure most of you are doing this in your head. $36 in free merchandise. In addition, you're going to get this free stamp set called Punch Party. So you can get that by ordering that amount, you and your friends ordering that amount, or placing an order. Like as a demonstrator, I get that every time I place that amount of an order. So there we go. I'm not sure who was sad about that, but for me, it's awesome. Free stuff when I place my orders. Okay, and then the last special is if you would like to receive an awesome deal and get 200 packs of sheets of paper for free, which is 5 packs of paper. These are the designs. I'm not showing them very well. Anyway, I know you've seen them before. But you get all 200 of these for free. It is our 4 base, like, standard color families plus the current in colors that are not retiring this year. And that design hasn't come out yet. It comes out in May. If you get our starter kit, which anyone can buy, if you're not currently a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can get our starter kit. And through me, you have to live in the U.S. to get it. Through me, you can get it through someone else in your country. You will, for $99, you'll get free shipping. Exactly, Marty. You'll get 125 in any current merchandise you want, including sneak peek items like the upcoming chick dies and birthday chick dies. You could also get Hey Birthday Chick. I mean, sorry, we can all get that. Hey Chick, if you didn't get that back in, I think, 2017 Sale-a-bration. All this is coming to customers, but demonstrators can get it now. And I'll talk about that more in just a sec. So 125 in merchandise. You're going to get a free past paper pumpkin kit automatically. It comes with your kit. You're going to get all that free paper. Basically, you're going to get $243 worth of stuff for $99 plus tax only, free shipping. So it's a great value. And there's no obligation. You don't have to sell. You don't have to do anything. You can place orders through yourself, get your discount, get all perks customers get with your discount, like sale-a-bration, host, etc. But you don't have to do any of that. So I say if you're placing an $80 order, that's going to be $88 plus tax. That's going to be $95 right there for an $80 order. And depending on where you live, some of you have no tax, some of you have higher tax than me. Our tax rate is 8.25, so here you would pay $107 for the starter kit to get $243 worth of stuff versus place an $80 order and pay $95. So that's just an example of the huge savings you can get, again, with no obligation. So, and lots of people have taken advantage of this already within my team. We have lots of new people who have joined the team. And of course, there's all kinds of other perks you can take advantage of, but you're not required to. I've had people get the starter kit from me and I've never heard from them again, and that's allowed. So the kit's a great deal. You get to order stuff early before everyone else. You get to see the catalogs early. In April, we're going to get to see the May catalog, which, by the way, is when my $1 million stamp set comes out. And of course, there's a chance to earn more benefits from Stampin' Up! When you're new, you can earn free stuff in your first 6 months. And we can always have a chance to earn free stuff. There's lots of benefits that are optional, as well as the benefits of being in my group. So the paper is a $68 value. Just want to point that out. If you bought all these individually, $68 by the time you pay tax and shipping. I had something else in my head and I was looking at my notes to jog my memory, but I don't remember what it was. So that's basically that. Anyone can buy it. Let me know if you have questions. I always put the link to get that in the video, but I can also help you. And yeah, so just contact me if you have any questions. Let me see here. Linda, hello. Hey, Jackie, good morning. Tracy, good morning. All right. Hey, Marilyn. Okay, I think I caught up with you guys. Hey, Stella. By the way, if I miss you, if I miss saying hi to you, it's just me missing it. And also last week, like there were some questions that I saw after that I'm like, those must have been posted while I was live and I totally missed them. Like someone had asked the colors in a designer paper. I totally didn't see that question. So, you know, I don't know if it's me or Facebook not showing me. It definitely could be either one. A reminder about Paper Pumpkin. I wish Stampin' Up! Had told us more info about the Sending Hearts kit. This was the January kit. You can't get this now, except I do have one available. But we can't order it from Stampin' Up! Now. But this is our monthly craft kit in the mail. And what I wish they had told us was how, which if they did, I missed it by the way. So, but how well it coordinates with this stamp set that I'm using today. Look at that love. This is the exact same love that's in the cards that we'll be making with Paper Pumpkin. And there is a tiny little baby stamp of it, the same exact image. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. And then there's a little snail, which we kind of got a hint of the snails from that add-on kit. However, that if you have snail mail stamp set, that's a great addition to that. Then there's this great heart image. The stamps say, I'm going to read them for you. Hi, Valentine, be mine, XOXO, sending love your way. And then there's a you, like love you or whatever. And then there's flowers and the heart. Now, every month, these stamp sets are exclusive to Paper Pumpkin, so you can't buy them anywhere else. You only get them if you got the Paper Pumpkin kit. And the way you get that is to sign up for it by the 10th of each month. So sign up by February 10th to get the Bouquet of Hope kit. That is a sneak peek, which they usually don't give us such a sneak peek, like if that makes sense. You usually don't see the whole card. I'm sure that Thinking of You is not a stamp. It's probably a die cut, which they look like this. You just poke them out. They pop out of the sheets extremely easily, and you attach them to your project. They give you adhesive, so these are little glue dots. These are dimensionals. If there's an embellishment, you get that. Look at those cute hearts. This is this month's kit, of course. Look at these. So cute. Basically, you don't even have to be, like I know my aunt was on here. You don't have to actually be a crafter and own stuff to get Paper Pumpkin, because everything you need is in the box. The ink, all the pieces you're going to stamp on. Again, you just poke them out. Your card bases, if it's cards, which next month is cards, but not always. And then your envelopes. So you really don't have to even be a crafter. So these make great gifts for children, friends, relatives, people that want to get into crafting but are, you know, scared or don't have the supplies or don't have a lot of space. Basically, they make great gifts for anyone. Now, how do you get it? You can either go to my store and buy it. It's called Paper Pumpkin, and you do a pre-paid, which means you're not subscribing. You're just paying for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. Or you can go to the other link and subscribe, and it's only $22 a month plus tax, so free shipping when you subscribe. If you go buy it, you have to pay shipping, which is not a crazy amount, but they add on shipping. If you subscribe, shipping is included with your $22 fee, and it's just plus tax. And you get all that stuff in there, the stamps, the ink, and all the supplies. And there's instructions, I didn't say that, and they always make a little instructional video as well. Okay, so, and when you do the prepaid, you get a slight discount when you start going to the higher months amount. And prepaid, starting at 3 months, it'll be enough to get you a free sale-a-bration item, because it'll be over $50. So questions on that, let me know. That kit called Bouquet of Hope is going to offer comfort, care, and condolences, those type of greetings and images. And they're full-size cards. You're going to make 9, 3 each of 3 designs. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and point the camera down and get started stamping. And I do have these chick things here because I've had some questions on it, so I just want to clarify it. It's more team questions, demonstrators, because people are wanting to order it. But also, this is coming for customers. You can start ordering the ones that aren't available yet February 2nd. So, I'm trying to see which direction I need to move this. I think this way. You can start ordering these February 2nd if you're a customer, or now if you're a demonstrator. And let's see, no, I moved it the wrong way. And what am I trying to say? Okay, let me just say it all. Hey Birthday Chick is in our mini catalog. You can buy it now. However, this bundle is coming out that will save you 10% if you wait and buy both February 2nd or after. And these dies are not in the catalog, but don't worry, they'll be available the whole run of that catalog, 6 months. So you can kind of see there's that balloon and that chick there. It cuts out that one. Basically, there's a die for every single chick. There's some like chicken scratch that'll put in emboss. It will emboss that image onto your paper. There's a happy birthday. There's a little baby chick. There's a bow tie. You can make also some Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse stuff with that. This one is this little chick. There's a fence. So this is the one with the fence, and this is called Birthday Chick Dies. This will be bundled with Hey Birthday Chick. So the bundle, Hey Birthday Chick bundle, is going to be $43. I don't know how shiny this is up there. But the dies alone are $27, and they're code 158200. And demonstrators can get those now. Hey Birthday Chick stamp set is in the mini catalog. It's $21. The bundle saves you 10%. Then, if you remember, if you've been a customer long enough or a demonstrator, Hey Chick was a free sale-a-bration stamp set, I believe in 2017. I just got a phone call, so I always have to pause. Yeah, I just got a phone call, so it paused my video for a second. If you have this stamp set, pull it out, and now there's adorable dies to match it. They're coming out February 2nd, or you can get them now if you're a demo. 19 dies. Cuts out every single chick, including the little egg guy. It's this one here. There is a corn stalk with lots of corn and the little green part that you peel off the corn. There's only three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 corn stalks. I bet there's one I'm missing. There's a tree stump with, it'll emboss these designs on there. There's, I guess those are seeds. Those are tiny. A sign, a chicken coop, and a chicken wire die. Okay, so you can buy this alone if you already own the stamp set, or you can get the bundle. And this one, I believe this is the one Tommy wants, because of the corn stalks. So the dies are going to be $32, $158,199. Hey Chick stamp set, if you don't have it, you lost it, you sold it, whatever, it's going to be $17, $158,190, or there will be a bundle for $44, $158,627. Okay, so all that's coming, but if you want to get it now, just get the starter kit. That's the best deal. The best deal anyway, and then you can get that stuff early. Okay, so here's the stuff I'm going to be using today for our cards. Forever and Always bundle, plus Heal Your Heart, which is free with a $50 purchase during sale-a-bration, which is till the end of February. We will have a second celebration, by the way, with completely different stuff in July and August this year. It's the first time they've ever done 2 celebrations in 1 year. So that's cool. Anyway, that's beside the point, I think. But Heal Your Heart is free with a $50 purchase, and these don't come back. Now, I know I just told you, Hey Chick, that's the only stamp set that's come back from Celebration in years and years and years, so they don't come back. Anyway, this says, we're in this together. I can't promise, it's hard for me to read upside down. I can't promise to always fix your problems, but I can promise you won't face them. You won't ever face them alone. Sorry for your loss. I don't know what I would do without you. Wishing I could heal your heart, and thank you. So that's the greetings that you can get in that set. Of course, it's a very fancy font, elegant, I should say, and all that. In addition, I'm going to use a couple of hearts from Mini Hearts dies. There is a bundle, a stamp set that this is bundled with, but I'm only using the dies today. And this is where I had just cut these out for myself to see what the majority of the hearts look like when you die cut them out, just so I would know sizes and stuff. I did miss one. There's a small open heart right here. And of course you can get all those little hearts if you do this one. However, I just wanted to see mainly, and this one is this die. It cuts both at one time. Anyway, I'm going to be using these two today, which is this one. And I'm showing you now because I've already die cut it, I believe. And this one. These are the two I'll be using today. And this is a really cool, like it looks like a traditional, like if you, back in elementary school, when you had a heart doily thing for your mom or whatever, that's what that reminds me of. So I'm going to use those, and then I'll use some designer papers. I'll show you those at the time. Okay, so for our first project, I always lay one of these on top of everything to keep the cat from destroying it. So I lay all my stuff out like in a long row, card number 1, card number 2, etc. And then I cover it all with that paper so the cat won't mix it all up. Okay, so our card base is Whisper White. So that is, you take your 8.5 by 11 paper and cut it in half. So that would be 5.5 inches. You get 2 cards out of 1 sheet, very economical. And when you fold it in half, which I like to use the bone folder, you will, the size it makes will fit into an invitation size envelope, which is the kind we carry. We call them medium. And so it's easy measuring, easy finding envelopes, you know, all that stuff. And then, so that's my card base. I used with white. This is Whisper White, but I have my, I have to go through all my Whisper White before I get to my basic white. Then for the next layer, this is basic black, and I go down 1/4 of an inch on each side. So this is 4, and the white is 4 1/4 by 5.5. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. And this, I pre-die cut out the always because I'm going to use that on my card, and this is going to get hidden. So my next layer is designer paper. I'll show you the back. It's 3 3/4 by 5. Again, I just went down, I minused off 1/4 of an inch both directions. That is the True Love designer paper, which is gorgeous. It's all black and white. It's in, you know, the Valentine's section, just like Love and or Forever and Always, but it's totally not Valentine paper. It can be for anything, as you can see from these designs here. So it literally can work for anything. Stock up on this because you're going to want to have it for quite a while. I am making, well, I don't know, we'll see what theme my cards are today, but True Love, all black and white. You can color it as well, which I believe I have a sample of, but I'm not coloring today on the video. Okay, then I'm gonna die cut the skinnier always from some silver foil, so there's that piece, and then I have a scrap of Whisper White here. So those are my paper pieces. I'm also gonna use the black glittered organdy ribbon. It goes really well with this suite. I think that's it for this card. Okay, so for the stamping, it's pretty simple. I'm gonna use from Heal Your Heart. We're in this together. And this is a red rubber stamp, so I haven't used one of these in a while, for not on purpose. But so they are very sticky once you put them together, and they will stick right to your clear block. Let me make sure I do it straight. And obviously you just stamp with them. So I'm going to use Memento black ink. This is the same ink I would use. It's got a suction there. If I were painting with Stampin' blends or coloring with Stampin' blends, because they're alcohol based and this is water based. But I also just like it when I'm just stamping in black and I don't need to color anything in. So there's that. I stamped it to the side a little bit on purpose because I want to use the timeless label punch to punch it out. So I want to give myself something to hold on to when I put it in there. That's why I stamped it to the side a little bit. It could be either side, just something to hold on to. Get it positioned where you want, where it looks straight and centered to you, and then squeeze. And then I found some flowers laying there. They're for a different card. I was like, uh-oh, I forgot something. Okay, so that's all the stamping I'm going to do on this card, and it's actually going to go that direction. As I said, I pre-die cut always from the larger one, and then there's the detail always that can be combined if you want. And so that's what I'm going to do next. So I have this piece of silver foil that I just figured out what size to cut it based on the size of the die. And it turned out for this one to be 1 3/4 by 4. And then I cut a sheet of a piece of our adhesive sheets, which come in 6 by 12 inch sheets. I don't know how many you get in here. Oh wait, it says it right there. 12 sheets. It lasts a really long time. And I cut it down to just a tiny bit skinnier. I guess I can show you better on this side. Tiny bit skinnier than the silver foil. And I'm going to stick it to the back, of course, not the front. And there are little slits in this. So that's the not sticky part. The part in my left hand is the sticky part. So I'm going to get rid of all these protective coatings. This is all sticky. I'm going to put it down and I'm going to try to stay, not go over the edge because I don't want that. Oh, and I went over the edge. So I'm going to trim that off because I don't want that sticky. Actually, what I'll do is remove the sticky to stick to my die cut machine because it'll just make it gunky. So hopefully you understand what I'm saying. I'm taking off the sticky part there. You could have cut it as well. And now when I die cut this, it's basically going to turn it into a sticker. So for this one, I'll use my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It is only $60. Of course, it only fits dies that are this wide. They're all long enough. I don't think any are too long. It's about 3, it's a little less than 3.5. Of course, our catalog tells you if they fit, but even within a stamp set that has some, with dies that are too big, some of them will still fit in there usually. Hopefully that is making sense. So I'm just aligning blade side down the image with the paper. I'm going to use a sticky note to hold it in place just in case so it doesn't shift. And you basically want all 3 of your plates even. I have heard that some people are having trouble feeding these through this mini machine, and what Stampin' Up! Told us is that's when you have your die all the way to the edge that's going into the machine first. Then it's too flat and too perfectly square and it won't go in. These beveled edges, I don't know if you can see it, but they go down. It needs that little, I don't know what the word is, but it needs to be skinnier when it goes in. And if you have your die all the way here, it won't be skinnier. That makes sense? I've literally never had it not go through, and I never put my dies there. The other thing they suggested was to offset the plates just a tiny, tiny bit. But I never need to do that because I don't have my dies at the edge. And then you just have to run it through one time. It's a very strong machine. I'm trying not to shake the camera too much, so I'm turning it a little slower than normal. I would usually just like turn as fast as I can. And then it's gonna cut it all out, of course, like butter. Let me grab my little die brush, I think is what we call this. And you can use that to remove some of the excess paper first. See how it'll push some of it out, and you know, it doesn't always, it's different every time. And then I'll use a toothpick if needed to poke out any pieces that didn't fall out and the actual image. This is thicker because of the sticker sheet. Whoops. So it's it took me a minute to get it out. And then always check your die and make sure there's no paper stuck in there before you put it away, because if not, if there is, it may not cut through the next time because you've got it blocked basically. That toothpick flew out of my hand and onto the floor, so I have to use my hand on that part. Okay, so this was pre-die cut. I'm going to put it against something white just so I can see what I'm doing since it's black. I'm going to peel this off, which I think, oh no, I thought it was going to come off in pieces, but it's not. I guess only the top was in sections, duh. And now I have a sticker, and then you just kind of, I start on one end and reshape it back, you know, to match whatever you're sticking it to. I saw on a, ooh, that's loud. I saw on a card, like on Pinterest, where someone had cut apart these letters, and she got the O from love, the Y from here, and then she turned this W into a U, and she spelled out you. It looked really good. Let me grab my phone. It's I try to take the phone out of the room when I do lives, but I forgot to today. Okay, so there we go. This card now will go together really quickly. How's everybody doing? Let me look at comments. Hey, Terry. Marty says forever and always is on her list. This was one of the first ones I got. Just, you know how it is. Like, something's going to appeal to you personally in these catalogs. And that was the one for me, because I love big word stamps with big words. And so even without the dies, like just those big stamps, but I love the dies as well. My scrapbook pages this month, which they are here. I think no one has scrapbook checked out today. I'll see if I can grab them. I stamped the words on the pages with the stamp set, and I don't know, I just really liked how it turned out. I can go grab them if I remember. I just have to walk away like I did with the phone. So I'm just sort of placing that always where I think I want it to position my greeting. We're in this together. But I want that flat, so I just use my Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on this piece. But I do that a lot where I'll lay out where I think I'm going to put pieces just to see, and then pick things up and glue them down and all that. So I'm going to use my mini dimensionals, but I'm going to use black for always. These are our like pop dots basically, but the shape is really good for craft projects. The shape is very, it hides itself well because it's like, I believe it's an octagon, right? Or no, it's a hexagon. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, hexagon, 6 sides. So I cut that one in half to put on these two. And let me do, this one's already cut in half. Put on that Y. And then when you peel this off, it's black, so it gets hidden a little better, like if someone looks at your card from the side. Now, if the card was all white or lighter colors, you would want to use the white ones instead for the same reason. And then, so I thought this was a good card for anniversary. I mean, it could even be friend, though. Like, it could fit a lot of themes based on what it says. Always, we're in this together. But anniversary would be a good, let me start over. I'm going to show y'all how to do the bow. I like to leave the ribbon on the roll if I can. and because then I have no waste on one side. And I'm going to do bunny ears. So 2 bunny ears. All my fingers are pointing at me. The 2 loops are nice and far apart, lots of space in between, and of course you need a tail on each side, so a tail there and a tail here. Then I cross my right hand over my left, and that same right piece that I brought over goes down into the rabbit hole, and then it looks really ugly and you immediately fix it. So the tighter you, well, unless, depends on how strong you are, but the tighter you pull it, the easier it is to fix it to me. If you keep it really loose, it doesn't show you the true shape, if that makes sense. Then I'll just grab my other scissors and trim it down. And this ribbon does like to put glitter everywhere, but yeah, I don't think any of us care about that. We don't mind, but it does shed glitter. I'll use a mini glue dot here. So don't touch the dot, just let your embellishment touch the dot, then pull it off and place that on your card. And that's it for that one. Let me see what y'all think. Thank you, Marty. Good, I'm glad you guys think those are some good tips. Thank you, thank you. Marilyn can't wait to see some cards made from the new Hey Chick dies. Yes. I can't wait to play with it. I haven't, as y'all could tell from how perfectly they were packaged, I have not played with them yet. Because once I start using stuff, it gets all unstuck. Here's my other card I made originally. On this one, I forgot to do the adhesive sheet, so I had to use my silicone craft sheet, and I was annoyed with myself for forgetting that, but anyway, whatever. Okay, the next card is to me, it kind of looks like a more traditional Valentine card. Not that black and white doesn't, but I don't know, this just looks, to me, very traditional. And what did I want to say? Oh, I wanted to mention that this ribbon I'm going to use, which is the Blushing Bride metallic ribbon, which is actually kind of double-sided. There's a satin side and a glitter side. It is on back order until March 1st. Now, the dates they give us, there's no guarantee, but sometimes they come in earlier than when they said. But it's back ordered. Now, once we hit a certain number of back orders, it will go into what we call unorderable status, which means you can't order it until we get our stock back in. So if you really love this ribbon, I recommend ordering it now and get on the back order list, which means as soon as it comes in, they'll mail it to you, versus waiting too long and then it goes unorderable and you can't even order it until March 1st or so. The gorgeous grape sheer ribbon is in the same situation as this one. And then I'm not using either one of these today, but in the same suite of products, the heart charms and the matte black dots are low inventory. So if you want those, get them now before they go back ordered. Then they go unorderable. And they say, oh, they don't have a date for those. But anyway, low inventory on these two. I'm looking at my notes. Pastel pearls are not orderable right now, but they're supposed to come back around February 15th. And I'm not using those today, but just FYI. Okay, so our card base is Sahara Sand. Same size as before, just different color. And I like to align my 2 corners on the table. I use my thumbnail to rest the paper against. Barely fold it with my finger as little as possible and press really firmly with the bone folder. That will give you a nice crisp fold, especially on the inside versus when you do it with your finger. And I'm going to set that aside. That's my card base. Then the next layer, same size as before, 4 by 5 1/4, it's a single-sided designer paper. It's called Love You Always designer, like specialty designer paper. It's gorgeous. You get like 4 sheets, of each design, 12 sheets total. So this is the one I'm using today. This is my favorite one, the Rococo Rose. This is Blushing Bride. And then there's a Sahara Sand sheet as well. They're all gorgeous. Hopefully you can see the foil. Yeah, you definitely can. But that's in our mini catalog. And then I'm also using the, making a mess over here, Love You Always foil. And this one comes with the same 3 colors actually. So this is my favorite one. This is all I have left. Rococo Rose. So pretty. Then there's Blushing Bride and Sahara Sand. So this was cut from the Blushing Bride foil. It's that heart I showed you earlier already. Let's see if it shows up a little better there. With the heart, can't remember the name of those dies. I showed these already. Mini Hearts dies, M-A-N-Y. I feel like I say that word wrong. Mini Hearts dies. Then, from the same Hearts dies, I die cut that second one down that I showed you from Blushing Bride cardstock, and then I embossed it with the Scripty embossing folder. So, just like FYI, I like to always insert the folded end into my machine first. And this can throw some people off with the direction. So you put your paper in sideways. Actually, it goes this way. But you still put this folded end in first versus running it through this way. Running your embossing folders through the machine open end first or sideways can make it break apart here. I'm not saying it will, but look, mine is a little, I don't know where it's damaged from, but these do get used in classes where I'm not supervising. But to protect that, insert this end first and only run it through one time. It's never necessary to do an embossing folder twice, just one time through. Okay, so I did that, and all this can be done on the big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It comes with everything you need. You don't have to buy anything extra to be able to do that. I have a scrap of Whisper White, and then I have this piece of Sahara Sand, which I pre-die cut from these dies here, Love You Always, or Forever. They're called Always, I'm sorry. And they are, there is 3 different images like this of 3 different sizes that fit all the different greetings in this stamp set. So pretty cool. Okay, so on this white, I'm gonna stamp the word love in Blushing Bride ink. So tap, tap, tap gently on our ink pads. Don't press hard, but you can ink it a lot, meaning multiple touches in different areas, just don't press hard. Then when you stamp it, you can hold it down for several seconds, especially for a really thick, solid image like this. And if you don't have a very firm table like mine, which is smooth, flat, and very hard, put the Stampin' Pierce mat under it like that when you stamp, and that will give you the same kind of surface so that you get a clean stamped image. If you are getting ugly stamped images with photopolymer stamps, these ones that are totally see-through, check the table surface that you have under it. And then on the little strip here, I'm going to stamp this other greeting in Sahara Sand ink, and it says, "You very much." And I forgot to cut a backup one, so hopefully I won't do this too crooked. But it's photopolymer, which means you can see through it totally, so it's pretty easy to stamp. You so very much. Sorry, messed that up. Now, for love, I need to die cut it out. So, it'll be the big open die for the stamped image versus the detail one. And you just align it and cut it out. So I'll do that real quick since you've already seen me die cut today. Let me grab it right here. This sticky note, so I'll be ready to place it on when I get it aligned. And if this is a little bit off, it will be more so because I'm at a weird angle and it's hard to, you need to be looking right down on top when you die cut these out. Just the same as before. Of course, this would work in our big machine as well. like that. Now, we're ready to put this card together. I'm not wrapping any ribbon around the back of anything, so I can go ahead and glue my stuff down. And by the way, you can see that I do not use very much Stampin' Seal because it's not necessary. It just doesn't, it's very strong, so it doesn't take much unless you're attaching something, which I will put more on this heart, so something really textured, or, you know, just something that's in danger of coming apart. But designer paper is, it does not take much adhesive at all. Even for regular cardstock, it doesn't. So I'll just put a little more than I normally would on this heart because of the embossing. But it's would probably be fine without it. And then everything else is going to have Stampin' Dimensionals. I will go to the white ones for these. Because of the color. So there's 3 mini Stampin' Dimensionals there. I'm almost to the using the edges of this one, which yesterday when I made those 5 samples, I have totally different set of supplies over on my where I make stuff, and that's all I used for all those was a sheet like this, but just the edges. So these are really the regular dimensionals. I just tear the edges because they're super skinny and easy to tear. I tear them with my hand. These are a lot wider, so I do cut them with scissors because they don't tear very evenly when you do it by hand. Okay, so again, kind of like on, I don't need that piece, but on the first card, I kind of laid out before I attach, just so I make sure I'm putting this stuff in the right spot. Yeah, so I want that like that. So I don't know if you guys think so, but like I was saying at the beginning of this card, I think it kind of looks like a traditional like Valentine, basically, kind of like a box of candy or something. I thought that was cute. Right there. And then I'm just going to make a bow, and it's going to be the same as the other bow I made, but there is a difference on this ribbon. It has 2 different sides. So normally when you tie any kind of bow, it ends up that one of your tails is flipped around, and you never notice it with a regular bow because both sides of the ribbon are the same. But in this case, this would be the one that's flipped the wrong direction. So what I do is I get it where I haven't fully tightened it, and I just manually flip this around. And it's kind of tricky, but you just do that and then tighten it so that it doesn't flip itself back around. Hopefully that makes sense, but you do just have to play with it. And there may be another way to make a bow that I don't know about where that won't happen, but this is how I do it. And I figured that I wouldn't make a very pretty bow of this one on the video because of being on a video. So that's not perfect, but we'll go with it, and I can fix it later, but whoever wins can win the first one I made, which looks better. But this way you don't have to wait for me to perfect this bow. And I'll glue dot it on like before, and it's gonna go right there. And then we'll look at the one that has a better bow. There you go. Let me bring that one up closer. There was a message on my phone that was blocking my view. Anyway, hope you guys like that. I love this foil. Oh, so much. Let me grab, while you look at those for a second, let me grab these scrapbook pages. They are, oops, right across the room there. I'll just show these real quick, just because I thought about it. And yeah, let me take it out of the protective coating. So this is my scrapbook class this month, and we stamped, the other one has always, I'll show it, We stamped in black and then stamped again so it was lighter. So they're light, dark, light, dark. Then there's a piece of vellum over it. Thank you guys for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. Yes, the foil is awesome. So on this one we did silver foil and black. And then let me show you page 2. And I do have one extra packet of this class. Of course, you have to stamp it with your own stamps. This is the only one we have a packet left of. Of course, we pre-die cut always with the sticky on the back. We pre-die cut the black. But this was, I loved how that turned out. So, just another way to use those stamps. Okay, one more card to go. Okay, this is the good one, so let me put that in the stack of prizes. The last card, I have to unbury it. I have all these extra samples on top of it that I want to remember to show you guys after, which we'll see if I remember still. This card is more, well, it's not really more involved. It just has coloring, but I've pre-colored, so don't worry. Okay, so for this one, try to put all my stuff where I can reach it. Card base is Whisper White. Next layer, 4 by 5 1/4, Cherry Cobbler. Then on this one, I used, because I thought it would go good with those flowers in the stamp set, I used the Flower and Field designer paper, which is free with a $50 purchase during sale-a-bration. It's 12 by 12. I lost my, and when I say lost, I mean it's in a stack here somewhere. My little booklet, here it is, that shows you all those papers. So Flower and Field is a really pretty 12 by 12 designer paper, double-sided. So which one am I using? The stripes. So this is the one I'm using right now. And it's free with a $50 purchase till the end of February only. Then that paper is never coming back. None of the sale-a-bration stuff is coming back. So that's that, and I used both sides of it. And then this piece of basic black was die cut from the largest of this shape. There's 3 from the Hippo and Friends dies. These dies are amazing. Even if you don't like hippos, just get the dies anyway, because there's 3 each of 3 different label or tag or whatever you want to call those shapes. So I die cut that. Then I embossed it with the Ornate Flower. I believe that's what it's called, Ornate Flower embossing folder. And a tip on that is always die cut first, emboss second, because when you die cut, it's putting all that pressure on your paper and it's going to flatten your embossing out a little bit. So just like on the heart, die cut first, then emboss. So we have all those pieces. Then these are scraps of white. So for my greeting, I'm using a greeting from Heal Your Heart, which is that sale-a-bration set, and it says thank you. Now I'm just looking for my black ink. So I'm going to stamp that in black on the smaller scrap, Memento Black. And then I'll punch that out with the same punch as before. And then on this piece, it's just larger because I need 2 of these flowers from Forever and Always. And I'm using Memento Black in this case because I'm going to color with Stampin' Blends. Did y'all see that? I'm not going to redo it because I've pre-done these flowers. Photopolymer can be sticky, but you can press harder on these ink pads. Don't forget that when you have a really, this image just needs more ink. Now, if that was a regular ink pad, that wouldn't be necessary. You would still just tap, tap, tap. But with Memento, press hard, hold it down firm, and you will get the gorgeous image as long as your ink pad is inked up well. Of course, we carry the re-inkers for those. Then I colored them in with Dark Daffodil Delight and then both Flirty Flamingo, light and dark Flirty Flamingo. So I've pre-done that, but I'll just show you again real quick. The daffodil part was easy because I didn't do any blending, so just color. By the way, the reason you need Memento, these are alcohol-based and Memento is water-based, and you don't want them to blend together. You want the black to stay in place, and you want the blends, your markers, which are alcohol based, you want them to blend together with each other, but not with your ink that you colored with. So I'm adding dark first, where Stampin' Up! Told me there's shadows with these lines, and then I'll just color the whole thing with light. And those, because they're Stampin' blends and alcohol based, the dark and light blend together. You can just keep going over and over it until it takes out any harsh lines. You could do that forever and the paper would never break down. It does bleed through to the other side. You can go back and add shadows where you want shadows. You can even mix and match different colors on with each other. You can, it's endless what you can do, and you can get a lot fancier than me. And then there are dies, of course, with the Forever and Always that cut out both of the flowers in this stamp set, as well as the leaves and the little flower. There's dies for almost everything in this. I think there is for everything. Yes. Die, 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 die. And these two have dies. Just the, well, those do too. The whole set. Anyway, so I pre-die cut those out and colored them. You're welcome. Oh, and then I'll just grab that timeless label punch. So that's easy. That's a really, to me, that's our most elegant punch. You know, maybe not to everybody, but I think so. Oh, and I'm going to use this black ribbon again, because it goes so well with these colors. Okay, so fold. And then I'll set that aside, because I do want my ribbon to go around this piece. And I'm going to attach my, this is 2 inches by 5.5, so 2 inches tall. And then it's as wide as the cherry cobbler paper. And it's the Flirty Flamingo and black stripes. And then the back of it has cherry cobbler and poppy parade and kind of like vanilla flowers on a black background. And this is 3/4 by 5 1/4, 3/4 inches wide. So there's that. And then the next layer I'm going to do is the ribbon. So it's going to go around the bottom, and I'm going to tie it in a bow. Let me grab my tweezers before I need them. Again, I still like to leave it on the roll if I can. Of course, for a class, I would have to cut it for you if you're not getting that with your feed, but if you're doing this at home with your own supplies. And when you get to the point where you need someone's finger, you can use these reverse tweezers to hold that in place. You can get those online or in a craft store, like in the jewelry making section. And then tie a bow, a regular bow. I don't know how to do a bunny ear bow this way. I don't think that's possible, but I don't know everything, so maybe. You can, of course, fix your bows. Get all the excess glitter off there. So there's that. Then next, I will place, I'm gonna have this piece here, and the greeting will be on top of it. So this is gonna be flat. Now this is embossed with, this is even more detailed than that scripty, so a little more adhesive than I normally would. Right about there. And then I'll do Stampin' Dimensionals here. I think either color, black or white, would be fine. But at the exact moment, I don't know where my white ones are. So we'll do black. Because I know they're here, but I don't see them. And that's gonna overlap this black piece a little bit. And then the flowers, one will be flat, just to give it interest. And that'll be at the back top a little bit, and then I'll raise up the other flower. I don't know what kind of flowers these are. I never do, but I don't know if anyone else knows, or if it's a generic, like not anything specific. I did add Wink of Stella to this, but then when I took my pictures, like, I couldn't see it at all. But Wink of Stella is a clear glitter brush, like glitter paintbrush. So it's clear, meaning the paint doesn't have any color on it. So you can just add it to anything you've stamped. You do want to be careful if it's like you stamped in a water-based, the Memento doesn't really do it, but a water-based ink like our regular ones. Sometimes the ink can bleed because this is wet. Just be careful of that, but you can add it to designer papers, stamped images, pretty much anything, and it'll just add some shimmer. So I tried to add it, or I did add it to these detail lines that Stampin' Up! Added to the image. I just couldn't get it to photograph, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see it here. Marty says hibiscus, I think. See, I never would have known to think that, Marty, so thank you. Whatever they are, they're really pretty, right? Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see it or not. I can't tell, but if not, you probably know what Winged of Stella looks like on a card, and so you could add some to that. And then I'll just add that to my card base. And again, as you can see, I'm not covering this with adhesive, just hitting the edges. I didn't even touch the ribbon since it's tied on. If I had just wrapped it around and taped it to the back, I probably would have put ribbon on top, adhesive on top of the ribbon, but I didn't think that was necessary. And there is your last card. I was thinking this one would take longer, but I guess since I pre-colored and pre-die cut, it did not take longer. All right. I think I saw, who did I see come on? Hey, Betty. She says glittery and heart eyes. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Marty, for that info, and thanks for sharing. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Jackie. Yes, Dana, the foil is so awesome. Ooh, thank you guys for the hearts and thumbs ups. Awesome. Thank you. All right, I see lots of very pretties and stuff like that, so thank you guys very much. If there was a question, I didn't go back far enough and see it there. So these will be the 3 cards that you have a chance to win. And by the way, even if you're watching replay, I always forget to say this at the beginning. If you're watching replay and you hung in until the end, yes, you still get a chance to win. So definitely say hi, comment, or share the video and then comment that you shared. All those still count on replay until I do the drawing, basically, which usually takes me a little while. So you do have time for that. These are the cards you could win today, and I hope you guys like them. Lots of cool product there, of course, that I recommend you get. Here's my online ordering host code special that you can take advantage of to get a free class packet from me if you're interested in that. And of course, if you're interested in joining my team or getting a great deal on the starter kit or any of that stuff, let me know. I wanted to show you in this little book, which I bought from like the kit to make it from another demonstrator, and it shows off all the sale-a-bration items. So right here, this is the Heal Your Heart stamp set, so it shows you all the images. Sorry for your loss, we're in this together, all that. And that's free with a $50 purchase. And then down, all of them are in here. But this is that Field and Flower paper that I also used today, which is free with a $50 purchase. Flower and Field. I think I've been saying it backwards. But really pretty paper. Look at all those designs. So pretty. And that's also free with a $50 purchase. It actually starts right there with those polka dots. And of course, there's a ton of other cute stuff you can get during Sale-a-bration, free with purchase. But those are the ones I used today. And then I wanted to show you, and I showed these last week, but for a different reason. So I just wanted to show you more samples using the supplies I used today. So this is a scrapbook page. Okay, so it's got a little bit of a glare because it's in that plastic. But so on this one, I stamped both flowers in Memento Black along the edge, and then of course did the same thing we did today. There's a little short die cut for the word you. These are of course all of the same papers and embellishments and all that stuff that I've shown you today. So there's those. And then in the same section as this Love You Always Sweet stuff is these amazing match boxes. I think they're called Love You Always Treat boxes, I think. But it's a matchbox, extremely easy to put together, and then you just decorate the outside. Although I didn't even think of it, but now that I've seen it, I'm like, duh. But you can decorate the inside too. And I even saw one girl, she did it with the chicks, by the way, whoever said they were looking for, or looking forward to samples. Chicks on the outside, and then there was like a chicken on the inside kind of popped up. So lots of cool stuff you can do with these. But anyway, there's some more samples using all those products from today. Our heart punch pack goes really well with it as well. And then I have a few more, let me see, with the hearts, or with the Forever and Always. This one has Wink of Stella too, but I don't know if you can see it there. And there's some Wink of Stella on this guy. So just different versions or different ways to use the products. There's that one. And then these are just a few I had with Flower and Field. So that is Flower and Field combined with another paper from the annual catalog. I'm blanking out on the name right now, but y'all probably all know what it is. I don't remember. But it's in the annual. It's got all these textures on it. And then there's Flower and Field. And then this one is the one I used today, that design, but with different stamps. There's that one, a couple of designs there. And then another one where they combined it with the donkey. It's kind of a fun fold there, but Flower and Field. So, whew, that was a lot of stuff today, but hopefully that was good. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me bring this up so I can say bye to everybody. Thank y'all so much for watching and being here. Thanks if you hung in till the end, as usual. Landa, as always, love them all. Haha, nice play on words, love it. And by the way, I'm using Landa stamps today because mine are all loaned out with a class. But this is Landa stamp set and Landa's dies. In good taste. Thank you, Janet. That's what that other designer paper is, the wood grain, which it has lots of other designs as well, but I had in my head a totally different name, so I'm glad I didn't say whatever I was thinking. Tasteful Textures or something like that. But in good taste. Thank you, Janet. You're hired for my Facebook Live assistant. I'm just gonna see real quick if I missed, try to see if I missed anything major. Thank you, Terry and Betty. Nora says love it all. Sandy said love Stella. Yes, Wink of Stella is awesome. Thanks, Jackie, Susan, Janet. Flower may be in, oh, anemone. Is that how you say those? I was trying to think how you say it. That's what Janet says. Marilyn says, love Thursday mornings. I love that. Thank you. Thank you, Robin and Marty. Betty, the love card is my favorite. Is that from today, love card? That's the love card. I really like that one too. It's very, it just, to me, it's not retro, but it makes me think of old time, like when I was younger, old time Valentine stuff. Anyway, even though it looks current. I didn't care for the black paper when it first came out, but now you're in love with it. Awesome. I don't think I have a sample where I colored in the paper. Or maybe I do. But on my sampler this month, we colored in one of, actually, no, anyway, one of the really detailed images, and it looks so good. So I'll be able to show y'all that like in a week or two. But I think on, oh, it might be in my bingo, which is tonight, where we're coloring in the designer paper as well. But obviously you can color it. I'm sure you guys understand that. But anyway, if I had a sample to show you, I would. You are welcome, Marty, for the inspiration. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. That's the right pronunciation, Janet. I had to think really hard. Anemone. Japanese anemone. So, we're talking about these flowers in case you guys are like, what is she talking about? Because I was asking what they are. All right. Well, someone said have a great weekend. You guys too. Thank you very much. I'll be doing bingo all weekend because I have a team bingo Saturday and the one anyone could sign up for tomorrow night. Ooh. And so I'll be doing bingo all weekend, as well as, of course, like always, planning future projects and prepping for upcoming events. Hey, Beverly, just saw you pop on. Okay, well, everyone have a good evening. Evening. It's 10:30 Central. Have a good afternoon and day and weekend. And I'll see y'all next week. Thank you. Bye. Thanks, Janet.